Andras, so good to see you.
Finally we meet.
Thanks for coming to the DJI Cafe. I'm so happy to see you here.
I'm sorry, but you can't park your bike there, mate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just give us 30 minutes and we're good to go.
Sorry about that. So, I know people call you the Wizard of Hyperlapse.
A lot of people call me the Wizard of Hyperlapse.
And why is that? And what's Hyperlapse?
A hyperlapse is almost how I like to call it. It's like a time lapse on steroids because it's like way more fast-paced, way more like crazy, and yeah.
And what's the connection with Hyperlapse, what you're doing, and all DJI tools for creators?
There's like a hyperlapse mode in most of the DJI products. So there's one in the Osmo series, which I like use most of the time. There's like just you simply select the hyperlapse mode on your Osmo, you attach your phone basically, and then you're good to go to shoot the hyperlapse. There's like one on the drones, one on the action series, so you can like shoot a car hyperlapse, for example. You attach the Action 4 on the car and then shoot like a really cool like street hyperlapse when you do it on a car. And yeah, that's the connection. Yeah.
Are you guys just gonna sit here, or do you want a drink?
What do you have to offer?
Coffee.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm good with the water, thank you.
So, how did you start to work with Hyperlapse? What was your first experience? What got you the virus going and to specialize into that field?
So I studied like video editing back in 2015, and I was like traveling a lot during that time. And I did like small like travel films, and I put it on my YouTube, on my Instagram, basically like just for fun. Mm-hmm. And then the video like suddenly blew up and got like really viral actually. And then I like started to do even more hyperlapse reels, and yeah, that's basically my story.
Yeah, what I noticed watching your videos is that you select destinations and you make a portrait of the city where you are with a very special way, and you think of the right transitions.
Yeah, there are like 3 simple steps, I would say. The pre-production part, which is like the planning and the preparation. There's like the shooting part, and of course like the editing, post-production part. And it all begins with the preparation part. And for example, for DJI, it usually always begins like with a mail from DJI saying, "Hey Andras, we got like a new product coming out. Please make an epic video." And I'm like always like really open to it. I'm really excited because I like love to play around with like these new features. Like DJI brings in all of their product lines when they do like an upgrade. And I try to shoot all of my videos for DJI at the new location. So I travel all around the world a lot. And DJI like also gives me like fully freedom to choose the location. And I basically start with like a Google document online, and in there I like write down basically the where I want to shoot what. Since I'm like shooting all the time at new places, I use like Google Street View to actually scout the place. This way I can like say, okay, I want to shoot like a transition from here to here, or like a hyperlapse on this street, or this monument looks cool. So this is how I like usually prepare it. And then the shooting part is actually straightforward because I have like a really good plan before. Mm-hmm. I just follow my plan. So I usually shoot always like with someone else, because most of the time I'm also like in front of the camera.
Right.
So there has to be someone shooting me. And generally speaking, it's like always better together. We get like new ideas together, it's like way more efficient, and we can like help each other out.
So one of the products that you had to use for one of the challenges that we gave you was the Osmo Mobile 6. Tell us first, the Osmo Mobile 6, for those who don't know, is a gimbal stabilization system.
For your smartphone, basically. So
exactly.
For a tool everyone has in their pocket, basically.
Right.
And yeah, last year I shot like the campaign video for the Osmo Mobile 6 in Istanbul. And in there, I shot the entire campaign video only using my phone and the Osmo Mobile 6. So everything you saw or you see in the video, my Istanbul video, was like on 100% shot on it. And it was really cool because it also made me realize like you don't need like huge equipment, big cameras to get like creative and to get like cool and engaging content. You just basically it's sitting right in your pocket.
When you think about Istanbul, you can think about the crowds there. It's quite populated. There's a lot of people. So when you're filming at a very slow pace because you're doing hyperlapse and you need to be quite precise, what are the challenges that are coming and how do you overcome these challenges?
Okay, first let me explain how I shoot my hyperlapses. So I basically called it like the hyperlapse train mode because I have like my path that I have to follow and I have to like keep up the same pace. So if I like go off this path, my hyperlapse is basically ruined. So I have to like stay on this path that I imagine in my head. Basically, it's usually like a straight line from point A to point B, and I like really have to stick to it. And as you mentioned, like it's super difficult to shoot this hyperlapse in like a crowded city because there are like always people walking in front of you. There are always people stopping in front of you to take like pictures, especially when you're like shooting in front of a monument. There are like always tourists, always people. Of course, they're like not doing it on purpose, but and yeah, what I usually do is I either say like, sorry, can you quickly move away? Or when I like shoot with an assistant, I usually send him in front of me to like clear out my path. And what I recently found out is that what a really cool solution is I just extend the Osmo to like a fully capacity possible, and then I like basically film above their heads, and this gives me like a really cool unique perspective because it's like a drone flying then through the city above the heads, and B, it like eliminates the problem of like having to film people's head because when you're like on eye level you usually film their heads. So this way I can like just film above them, and then even when I'm like trying to cross them, it's like way easier to like just maneuver around them. Yeah.
Right. So your videos, they're really truly fantastic. I mean, when you watch your videos, you feel like it's so fluid. It's almost moving you, when you're watching it. So I guess you made yourself a real name in the hyperlapse world, and brands or maybe film projects should be contacting you. And how can you tell us about how, from where you started your first video to now where you are, like some of the milestones maybe that you've been reaching? And
so my first ever hyperlapse I shot was almost 10 years ago. It was in Greece, and I saw like a cool hyperlapse video online somewhere on YouTube, and I was like, okay, I have to do this also, but maybe like in a little bit better way. So I tried it out and it was like horrible. So my first ever hyperlapse was really shaky. It had like visible jumps. So back then I like didn't have like the experience, and there weren't like quite any tutorials how to shoot them basically. So all of the stuff I basically found out like myself. And yeah, from that day I like just keep like improving. I like implemented new effects, new techniques, because I'm sure some of the people say like, okay, my videos get them dizzy because they're like so moving and rotating, but that's just my style, and I love to be like unique. And because of like this uniqueness, a lot of brands contact me and they want me to like shoot hyperlapses for their videos. And yeah, and all of this happens basically through social media. So they come up to me via mail like, hey, we saw like a really cool video of you online. Can you do this also for our, I don't know, real estate? Or I even shot like for whole countries, for like tourism agencies who want like this cool, like unique effect in their videos. Yeah.
Right. You've got London. You've got, you gotta go.
Oh, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Coffee is closed.
Okay, sure. We'll be quick. We see these videos. You got London. You were talking about Istanbul, Budapest. I think I saw Berlin. They're really cool. But what's your next project now? Can you tell us a little bit more? Do you have something that you're preparing that's
My next
exciting?
project is actually next week. So I'm flying in less than 7 days to Colombia to shoot the Action 4, the DJI Action 4. And it's also something really new to me, because I want to like push the limits of the Action 4 in terms of hyperlapse games. So you will see it in the final video, and I like already have some plans in my head for it. Yeah.
Any preference for shooting in hyperlapse? You know, among the DJI products, you got the Action Cam Action 4, you got the Osmo Mobile 6, where you put your smartphone. You can also do hyperlapse with a drone, actually.
I love shooting hyperlapses with a drone because it's also like so unique. It's such a cool perspective, and this is what I love. I love to create something no one has ever done before. Yeah, that's why I love drone hyperlapses.
I think your videos are just fantastic, and
So much.
I'm sorry, guys, but it's past closing time, and I'm going to have to kick you.
Oh, let's leave then. Thank you
great
so
to
much
see
for the
you. Thank you
invite.
so much for coming, and see you
so
around.
much.
Thank you so much. Bye.